لو أنا ما يعني ميت أو شيء ما حد يعرف قصتي. هاي قصتي قصة من بين قصص آلاف الأشخاص بكل فرع من الفروع اللي زرتها.
انه الكيماوي في عالم كثير عم تشتغل على الكيماوي، في عالم كثير عم تشتغل على البراميل، في عالم عم تشتغل، بس هدول يعني يمكن وضعهم اسهل من المعتقل. بني ادم اللي عم يموت بصاروخ عم يكون هو عايش، ما عم يتعذب، عايش عم يجي صاروخ عم يموت. يلي بالفرع كل يوم عم يموت 100 موته.
العشرات عم يموتوا يوميا بفروع الامن السوري، وبأبشع الاساليب التعذيب، بأبشع اساليب التعذيب.
When you're taken by the military security branch, you're just going to your fate.
Since the beginning of Syria's uprising, many have died in government detention facilities. In 2012, Human Rights Watch identified and mapped 27 of these detention centers. While accounts by released detainees and defectors indicated that detention and torture were rampant, and detainees were dying in large numbers, the exact scale remained unknown. Then, in August 2013, a military defector codenamed Caesar smuggled tens of thousands of photographs out of Syria showing the bodies of dead detainees. He said he worked as a military forensic photographer, had personally photographed the bodies and archived thousands of photographs. To verify the photographs, we began to search for the families of those in the images.
من تاريخ أخذوا لي لأحمد اللي عاد بالأيام. كنت أعدون على ورق وأطبعهم على ورق الثاني وأبدأ أحطهم على ورق وأحطهم كل شهر.
Ahmed al-Musalmani was a 14-year-old boy from Daraa.
أحمد لما استشهد أخوه شادي طلعناه على لبنان بس مشان يبتعد عن موضوع المداهمات اللي كان الأمن يقوم فيها.
On August 2nd, 2012, Ahmed returned to Syria because his mother had died.
فنزلوا أحمد ونزلوا الشباب وقالوا لهم عبوا أكياس وأخذوا منهم الموبايلات. بعد حوالي ساعة يصيح الضابط: لمين الموبايل اللي انت 70 هذا؟ بقول له: حمود إلي. بقول له: انت يا حيف مو تعال جاي وامسكوا موبايلاتكم انتوا يلا روحوا. راحوا الشباب هذلاك واخذ احمد الغرفة اللي اخذوا احمد عليها شرق الحاجز هذا هي اخذوا عليها واختفى احمد.
Ahmed's uncle sought information from government officials but received none. 5 months after Ahmed's arrest, a man with strong government contacts came to his office.
فحكى لي انه بامكانه هو يعني يجيب لي يعني يطلع لي اياه بمبلغ معين. قلت له: اخي قديش يعني؟ قال لي 600. فقلت له: خلص يعني لو ما معيش مصاري بدنا ندبر، ما في مشكله. فكانت المفاجاه انه بعد اقل من اسبوع بقول لي: استاذ ببشرك ابن اخوك حي وابن اخوك موجود بالمخابرات الجويه ووصيت عليه ووقفوا الضرب عنه. قلت له: بدي الولد اني ما قلت لك. قال لي: لا يا استاذ احنا بس جبنا لك معلومه انه حي ولا مش حي، اما اذا بدك تطلعوا له مبلغ خاص صار. قلت له: ليش يعني؟ قال لي: مش اقل من 2 مليون.
After raising 1 million Syrian pounds, he was told that his nephew would be released in 10 days. But Ahmed didn't come home. In March 2015, several thousand photographs of the dead detainees were posted online. It was the first time families could search for their loved ones among the photographs.
قعدت افتش في الصور فتفاجأت بصورته كأنه هو، من خشمه من هيبته من هو أحمد ورقم، حاطين لي رقم عليه. أحمد بدل ما كان روح صار رقم.
Each dead body was assigned 3 numbers. One referring to the detention facility where he was held, a number issued by the security branch that held him, and one by the forensic doctors of the military hospitals where many of the photographs were taken. Bodies were transferred according to written instructions. Officials knew exactly how many people were dying.
هي عن نظامية عن الواقع الفروع، هي هاي الشغلات. انه انا اول ما فتت على الفرع انصدمت بالمنظر، صدمت بدرجة الشحوب ودرجة النحافة والهالات السود حول العين. انصدمت بهذا الشيء، بعدين شوي شوي انا صرت مثلهم.
One of the central questions about the Caesar photographs is, why did so many people die in detention?
هلا الغرف هيك، هلا هاد كوريدور.
Former detainees held in the same places as most of the Caesar victims described the conditions.
كان يجي مثلا بطاطا من السوق، فمثلا احيانا مثلا بطاطين ونص او بطاطين ل 12 واحد، يعني الهيكل العظمي بيطلع. يعني اذا واحد يكون وزنه مثلا 90 كيلو او 100 كيلو بيرجع وزنه ل 50 كيلو. يعني
لقيت واحد كان صار له 9 شهور، عمره 15 سنة، 9 شهور صار له، نحيف 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 نحيف، ماله يعني ماله ولا ما في عظم، بس عظم عم يطلع، ما في لحم بس عظم، الهيكل العظمي تبعه مبين. فعم يقول لي بس انت حافظ على نظافتك، لا تخلي حالك تنصاب.
هي عامة في تقريبا مثل الجرب. يعني جرب. يعني أنا لقيت معتقلين يعني كانوا قديمين بالمعتقل، يعني كل جسمهم وخاصة من وراء يعني لفوق كله ملتهب. هدول الناس طبعا في كثير منهم ماتوا.
They told us the overcrowded conditions were unbearable.
الشيء المميت بفرع الشام هو عدد الاشخاص المسجونين ضمن المهجع. يعني نحن كان مهجعنا حوالي 115 شخص.
مثلا فرضا انا كل 3 ساعات كون انا واقف، بعد 3 ساعات بقعد هيك. طبعا ما في مجال. بعد 3 ساعات مثلا شوي برتكي وهيك، يعني بالدور.
يعني ما في.
Torture was widespread.
فتنا لجوا، لقينا في صف للمساجين قاعدين طالعينهم، نازلين فيهم ضرب الكرباج. السجان بيكون معه مثل البربيش، كرباج بيسموه، له كذا يعني قبضة واحدة بس له شعبة باثنين، بينزل فيها ضرب مشان تسلخ مرتين، أو كبل ومجدل، كبل رباعي سميك هيك وراجع.
شخص من دمشق مسكوه، كانوا كل يوم بيطلعوا مرتين يعني على التحقيق وما بيعطي. بعد اسبوع طلعوه قام رجع منتهي، يعني كبوه كب، يعني كان دم، لانه جلده يعني وكانه انت اذا بدك تعمل هيك بتشيل جلده بايدك. يعني شيء عجيب، تعذيب عجيب وغريب يعني كان.
It's called شبح. They tie your hands together, and they start lifting. They have it lifted on a rope, kind of thing, and they just lift it until your whole body looks straight. You're on like tiptoe. I started to cough blood. My lungs got really, I don't know, really damaged, and piss blood as well.
بعد شهرين 3 4 5 مثلا بالمعتقل ما بيستوعب الموضوع. يعني بيصير عنده، يعني عقله بيتوقف، بيصير عنده صرع، فالمخ بيتجمد، ما عاد يستوعب انه شو هاد، يعني شو هالتعذيب، شو هالضرب، شو عالم عم تموت مثلا قدام عيننا مثلا.
Torture, beatings, and even mild infections could have fatal consequences.
نادرا ما بتلاقي انه اليوم ما في ولا موقوف، يعني ما حدا مات، يعني ولا باقي الايام 3 4 5 6 وصلت امرار 11. انا مره شاهد على يوم 11 موقوف بيوم واحد صراحه.
I'd become one of the guys who wash the dead before they were sent out. So during that period and the after, I had washed 73 people.
بتحكي مع السجان انه في هذه الحاله مثلا مريضه كثير او بده يموت، يعني شو بيقول مثلا؟ بيقول بس يفطس الكلب نادوني يعني.
We shared a set of the photographs showing 19 victims with a team of forensic pathologists from Physicians for Human Rights.
There were 4 deaths we attributed to starvation. One of them was very, very malnourished person. There were 6 cases where there was blunt force trauma. What I can predict is looking at the injury pattern and saying that yes, in fact, there is enormous amount of trauma. And some of them was the pattern of injury was so severe that you could see large blotches of blue discoloration because of beating that sustained. Some of them showed defensive wounds, which implied that the person was aware and cognizant that he or she was being attacked. Now this was a person that was partially wrapped in a plastic sheet. You can look at his face, and his face will tell you that he's pretty young. He has this enormous areas of contusion of his upper extremity, both the left forearm, the elbows, and the right arm. And then as you go down to the lower extremities, you see there's very significant injuries. One thing that we considered is possible that we're using some sort of a rounded object, a baton, or a pipe. We came to the conclusion that his death was in custody, obviously, and that the underlying cause is blunt force traumatic injury. The location of injuries tell a story. A person stumbling and falling down usually has injuries on exposed areas of the body. He may have scraped the knee or he may have scraped the forehead, but you don't find injuries on the abdominal area and in the arms, the inner surface of the arms, on thighs. So the pattern of injury, there's no doubt, are inflicted injuries. In this picture, you can clearly see the collarbones, the clavicles, the ribs. As you go further down, you begin to see what a lot of wasting he has. He has a loss of muscle mass. I think that the photographs speak for themselves. The patterns of injuries are so clear, and they clearly show that these people has been starved to death. Many of them, they clearly show injury patterns that are not consistent with falls. They are consistent with torture.
Dead detainees were transferred from detention facilities to 2 military hospitals in the Damascus area. There, they were photographed, initially in morgues and later in a courtyard that Caesar identified as a garage of one of the military hospitals. Using satellite imagery, geolocation techniques, combined with the testimonies of defectors from 2 military hospitals, we were able to confirm that many of the photographs were taken in the courtyard of Military Hospital 601.
كل يوم لازم أتذكره، كل يوم لازم أشوفه، كل يوم لازم أسولف سلافة، كل يوم لازم أحلم معه. يمكن أنا ما الله سبحانه وتعالى ما رزقني، بس هو كان كل حياتي. الله يسر، الله يسر.
The people shown in the Caesar photographs were starved, beaten, and tortured in a systematic way and on a massive scale. These photographs represent just a fraction of people who have died while in Syrian government custody. Many are still suffering the same fate. Unless independent international monitors are allowed into Syria's detention centers, detainees will continue to suffer and die, and countless families will live through never-ending anguish.